landscape. As we all aware, the current decade has seen some major global changes, including such as Brexit referendum 2016 and Brexit 2020, the spread of pandemic in 2019, NATO withdrawal from Afghanistan in 2021, a UK-US security pact between UK, Australia and US, Russian invasion of Ukraine in 2022, and Chinese brokerage between Saudi and Iran. The wake of these episodes, the world is facing socio-economic, cultural, potential, political and security challenges that it has perhaps never faced before. Countries are struggling to readjust their social, economical and political institutions to these challenges. As a leading global power, Britain has always played a critical role in responding to these challenges. British globalization has established more developed and extensive political military communication.
Fabian को
In the light of current global shift, the UK new relationship with Europe post-Brexit, the government has articulated its vision of country's security, defense, development and foreign policy, outlining its role in the world over the next 2 decades. As global Britain, this initiative aims
इसको गुजरने दे आपको ही उठाओ मैंने
This initiative aims to reinvest in relationship, championing its rule-based international order and demonstrate the UK's openness to the world. Significance of Indo-Pacific region. Over half of the world population, including 58% of youth, reside in Indo-Pacific region. And Britain introduced a new policy tilt, Indo-Pacific tilt. Indo-Pacific tilt is basically a new term, a new concept in British policy. And that policy is basically in light of all these events I mentioned. The South Asian has a specific role in Indo-Pacific. Basically, without the mention of South Asia, there is no concept of Indo-Pacific. Indo-Pacific basically, South Asia is the region is home to 25% of the world's population. Its geostrategic, political, economic significance, and in the west, like South Asian Afghanistan borders with Russia, and in the north Pakistan with China. Enriched both natural and human resources, this region has undeniable importance for the Indo-Pacific. In fact, the concept of Indo-Pacific is futile without South Asia. And today we see there is no peace in South Asia because of the extremism. Extremist forces is because of the main conflict zone between Pakistan and India, that is Kashmir. And that is just because if you go to the history, that is because of the Pakistan wrong policies. Pakistan's invasion of tribal troops, basically it was Pakistani military in the form of tribals, they invaded Kashmir. And the dispute was left unsolved between these two countries. It is expected from the United Nations to implement his resolutions over Kashmir and force Pakistan to stop all these extremist forces. Because of because it's impossible to implement the Indo-Pacific policy of the United States, Canada, EU, and including the Britain. It's not possible to implement Indo-Pacific policy without the rest in South Asia, and that is due to the main conflict zone, Kashmir, between Pakistan and India. To conclude, I would like to reiterate the rise of violent extremism in South Asia poses as a significant threat not only to the region and region's peace and stability, but also to the entire Indo-Pacific and ultimately the world. The impact of this on the UK's interest and in the region and its Indo-Pacific strategy cannot be ignored. To mitigate the impact of violence extremism and a comprehensive strategy that addresses both the state and community levels is required. As such, it is crucial that we continue to work together to address this issue and find ways to promote peace, stability, and prosperity in the region. I conclude my speech with these remarks given by the United Nations General Secretary about extremism. Today and every day, let us work together to build more peaceful, inclusive, and stable societies in which terror and violent extremism has no home. Thank you all of being here today and for your attention. I hope this discussion has shed some light on the challenges we face. Let's continue to work together towards a safer and more peaceful world. Thank you very much again. Have a great day.
Thank you very much, Professor.